Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. Meow. My name is Tonia, and today we're discussing the Libra full moon happening on the 28th of March 2021 for you, fire signs. If you are an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Ascendant, Sun, or Moon, then this video is for none other than you. So before we do jump into all them juicy details, because Libra is the moon, in case you didn't know, and fire signs, that is in a good house for you. So I'm excited for you to have a nice month ahead. But before we get into them juicy details and share the charts with you, if you're looking to learn astrology once and for all, meaning you can look at one of these charts for yourself forevermore onward from there on after, I am offering an astrology school program again, and it's going to be amazing. You can schedule a call with me in the description box. There is a link to do that, and we can connect over your goals and what I provide. That course is going to be a 26-week long course. We meet once a week, every weekend, live via Zoom. It is so much fun, super interactive, very high pace, high energy, super supportive, no astrologer left behind. We're like in it to win it. So if you're like serious and dedicated and excited to learn astrology, you have found a great place to learn, if I do say so myself. So please do schedule your call today, because we're starting in May. It starts in May. All right, cool. Fire signs, we're gonna start with Leo, just because y'all are who happen to be on the ascendant, right? Meow. So Leo, this is your prediction for the Libra full moon happening in your third house. If you are a Leo, Libra is in your third house of communications and mental processes and how you think about things, how you approach solving things, how you communicate anything to anybody around you in your life and your local environments, as well as marketplaces and different environments where you're traveling via maybe bicycle or even car, yes, but on a more localized basis, not a national kind of like we're going on a trip across the country, nothing like that. So anyway, all that to say, Leo, you're really rethinking like your communications, and you're really rethinking how you think about anything, and your problem solving. You're taking like an honest assessment, and a lot of this for you in particular, Leo, is going to be about like how you're talking to people as it relates to your belief systems. And I'm going to tell you why. How did I get to belief systems? Because your ninth house is Aries, and that's where we see this Chiron Venus conjunction. Leo, if you have not seen the video I did on just the full moon in Libra in general, make sure you check it out. I posted it before this video, and it tells you much more in depth about the lunation event itself before we even get into the signs. But now that we've said that, for Leo energy in particular, this is going to be about belief systems and realizing where you've been wrong, or where you've been maybe judgmental, or where you've been too combative or argumentative or fiery in certain type of way in regard to other people in reference to your belief systems. And I know y'all got healthy ass belief systems, because Leo, you have Aries on the ninth, which is your belief system house. And so that's the energy of a warrior, but you got the tongue of a peacekeeper when you want to, because Libra's there on the third, you understand? So here is this balance, because the dispositor of Libra, stick with me, Leo, if this is all jargon, you'll understand in a second. The ruling planet of Libra is Venus, right? And she's over here conjunct Chiron in the ninth. Chiron's the wounded healer. She's been hurt by him, vice versa. It's not like Chiron's a wounding force, but it's wounded. So you can't really avoid it if it's wounded. So with that said, your tongue, your third house, how you've been communicating, Leo, has not been super groovy to more feminine embodied beings in your life. If you have women or girls that you're in relationship with and you're a Leo, whether or not you're a woman or a man, you've probably offended them, and it's probably come down to like your belief systems. Now, don't worry, Leo, because good things are coming in reference to healing this. And trust and believe, it's a conversation through catharsis. There's a lot of purging right now, Leo, so you're gonna have to talk through uncomfortable things. I'm sorry, not sorry to let you know, but I'm here to let you know that at the end of the day, you can transform what is going on right now, because Mercury is in your eighth house of transformation. And so you can sit in victim trauma mode, or you can upgrade that shit real quick with this Mercury in the eighth of Pisces. and it's squaring the nodes. So in some way, like in Mars, and in some ways, without just like simplifying this a little bit for you, in some ways, whatever you choose to do now in relationships, Leo, in terms of your woundedness, or maybe in terms of their woundedness and how it relates to your belief systems and your words and your mental processes, whatever you end up doing, it will seal into stone in some way, shape, or form your future, and especially as it relates to networks. So understand that there's a connection here in the long run, Leo. I'm here to let you know. Aren't you so glad I'm giving you this like free heads up? Hit that like button, people. Just saying, just saying. But for real though, like this is your 11th house. This is networks. This is how you communicate with people. This is how you relate to people. These are groups that know you, your reputation house in terms of like who you know. So Leo, make sure you pay attention to the long-term implications that are out there right now. And trust and believe the forces are with you if you're going to heal things and you're going to go high vibe. Look at all these blue lines. You see those? Those are high vibe lines, Leo. So take advantage of that. I think you have some really solid prospects, but you definitely got to play peacekeeper, and you definitely got to voice your truth from a place of vulnerability. That's my advice to you. Like, speak your truth, but be aware of your vulnerability within it, and embody compassion, because the only way you're going to get out of this Mercury and Pisces square, okay, Mars, is through compassion. You see how Mercury's conjunct Neptune here, and Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. We could play what is this called? Spirograph all effing day. You know what I'm saying? But we're not. This is all I got for you right now, Leo. Make sure you hit that like button because you know this brought you value. And as always, if you're looking to actually learn astrology, well, not as always actually, because in May we start class, so you're running out of time. But if you want to join us for a super groovy astrology school, you know where that link is. It's in the description, baby. All right, cool. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. It's always a party when there's a Sag in the room. You know what I'm saying? This is the truth. So Sagittarian beings, what is this going to be for you? If you're a fire ascendant, sun, or moon Sagittarius sign. So this is going to be in your 11th house. And the moon itself is in the 11th house. So there's an epiphany, a culminating event, an awareness point, a story that has fulfilled its arc in reference to your networks and groups that you're associated with and affiliated with. This could be like business alliances, business organizations, networking groups. This could be like higher education circles, people you went to school with, like same alma mater. This could be social media groups that you belong to, like pages and so forth. Just different media related, network related type audiences, and also allies and friends that are not like super close friends, but you know that they'd have your back within a certain capacity. Maybe they'd write you a letter, maybe they'd spot you alone, but they're not people who you would be like calling every day, like, oh my God, this happened. Can you believe it? Like, not that type of friend. It's more of like a distant friend. It's also allies, and the 11th house is also dreams, like aspiration dreams, not like dreams you have at night. I just told you such a good overview of the 11th house. So if you're a student of astrology, there you go. Write that shit down, rewind, and write it down so you can learn it. But for real, but for real, you know, that 11th house awareness, Sagittarius, it's putting you up on some social realities that are happening in your networks. And I think that a lot of it, I have the distinct feeling looking at all these beautiful lines of flow on the moon itself, that there's a lot of growth there, and it's from a place of feeling really healthy and solid and stable and good. um I think that's what you can expect in your networks, honestly, Sag. And that's like great news, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you where the catch up is going to be, where the banana peel is. Don't slip on it, Sagittarius. This is the banana peel. It's in your 5th house of fucking around. So if you're having too much romantic flings, or if you're out there like being too low vibe of a Sag, if you know what I'm saying, just like, ha ha, with everything just like, wow, I'm all out there. You know, it's time to reel it back in because it could have some negative ramifications. Why am I connecting this? I'm connecting this because Venus is the ruler of your 11th house. Understand that Venus rules the sign of Libra, and we count 11 whole signs to Libra, you see? So for you, Leos, you know, watch out, because the ruler of the moon, in other words, Venus, is with Chiron and the sun. And that means that woundedness is going on, and an awareness of woundedness amongst feminine energy in general, amidst yourself or another, in reference to your romantic house. Ooh, ouch. I hope none of y'all have been having some really irresponsible flings where you give somebody some issue that they didn't need, you know what I'm saying? Because that definitely reads like that for Sagittarius energy out there, just saying. But like, be aware if you are a Sag too, don't let that happen to you if you're on the receiving end of some of that. So I would just say, if you're watching this video now, like, take precautions, people. Have fun and do it safely. You understand? Because there's some serious negative stuff that could go down from just this place of like, oh, I wanted to have fun. But trust and believe, if it does happen now, Mars is with Rahu, aka the North Node. That was destined. It was destined, because the North Node conjunct Mars is a destined point. Wherever the North Node is destiny. And so the ruling planet of that fifth house, Mars, is with that North Node point, you see in the chart here. So yeah, I would just say be responsible, have fun, be responsible, and expect good things in your networks. And if you have conflict in your networks, the banana peel that I was trying to reference earlier, it's in reference to you being maybe too playful, or maybe like bringing too much of your hobbies and creations to your work environment in some way, shape, or form, or to your networks. Like maybe you got drunk and you posted a video of yourself online doing something really stupid, and that affects your social reputation in some type of way. But because you like delete it and apologize all these blue lines, nothing happens. That's just one of the many, except your ego's bruised because Chiron's conjunct the sun. Do you see how we just pieced together that story? This is like what you know. When you know astrology, you can just do that. And that's why I want to teach people. So Sagittarius, if you're trying to learn this stuff for yourself, this art meets science, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you schedule a call with me today. Thank you so much for everybody who supports this video. Be on the lookout. Last thing I'll say, Sagittarius, be on the lookout for feisty relationships right now. If you feel like people are just coming at you and you're a Sag, you're not alone. You're not alone. Lots of Sages are feeling that right now. Mars won't be in there forever. Soon enough, it'll be going into your 8th house, and then the real fun begins. No, I'm just kidding with you. But, you know, it's going to be a nice summer once that Mars hits your 9th in Leo. But anyway, we're not going to go into all that right now. Not right meow. Thank you, Sagittarius, for all the support. If you feel like liking this video because it brought you value, that's really cool. And everybody who's subscribing, who's new, that's also very cool. All right, we're going to move on to Aries. And if you've just been here forever and you're awesome, that's supremely cool. All right. I'm just trying to get this where you're on the ascendant and it's a little more visually supportive to the more visual learners. So here we have Aries. Man, how did you have to wait till the end? You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping somebody put timestamps or you figured out how to zoom forward, Aries, till you saw yourself here. Aries, you're my people, you know what I'm saying? You're blunt, you're honest, you're direct, but when you're immature, you're annoying as hell. I'm sorry. I got an Aries moon, so, and I'm like, I have a Scorpio stellium too, so I don't have no time for like infant Aries. Like I can be infant Aries, but not in like a I'm so immature way. I digress. Most of y'all Aries know exactly what I'm talking about because you stand for good shit. You stand for the right stuff. But sometimes we as Aries fuck up, and that's what a lot of this moon is going to be about. And this is in your 7th house, Aries, because the 7th house is your relationships, and the 7th house is where this moon happens to be in Libra. And so, you know, we are feeling the woundedness right now, Aries, out of all the signs out there. Why? Especially if you have an Aries moon or an Aries sun. And let's just be real. If you got anything between that 8-degree, like right on that 8-degree range in there, give or take 5 degrees. So like 3 degrees to 13 degrees of Aries, I would say, something like that. That will be like an extra extreme energetic experience for y'all, because this moon, even though it's at 3 degrees here, it's technically at 8 degrees when it goes exact, and that's literally right there with Chiron, with Venus and the sun. I know, it's nuts. It's just absolutely nuts. But you're feeling the woundedness in reference to your own femininity, even if you're the most masculine, manly man of Aries, which, you know, a lot of Aries are very tough and very brazen and brash and bold and fiery and stand for something, which is why I love Aries energy. But at the same time, we can feel like a sensitivity within our own vulnerability of Aries dumb. And this is really personal for Aries because the sun is there and it's the identity planet. So if you're an Aries sun, this is super true because like you're having a solar return. Happy birthday. If you're an Aries ascendant, sun, or moon, it's still impacting you at an identity level because the sun is the identity planet and it's right there on your energy, Aries. So it's super personal. It's already personal because we're Aries and everything is personal at a certain level, right? But it's really personal because Chiron's there with the sun, of all the planets. And it's about this vulnerability, femininity kind of thing because Venus is the one there getting burnt. She's being burnt by the sun. She's being, harmed by Chiron. She's not even being harmed by Chiron, but she's feeling Chiron, this need to just express one's woundedness. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see looking at this heavens, looking at these skies, this chart. But in your terms of what? In terms of relationship. And we spent so much time talking about this Venus something in our sign because the relationship, house, the 7th house, is ruled by Venus. So Venus is the planet that's infusing, you understand, this whole experience because Venus is the ruler of the moon sign where the full moon is. And Venus is the star here getting burnt by our star, literally the sun, and Chiron, you know. So I think that a lot of the softness and the vulnerability is in terms of relationships for Aries over the next month and especially this week. And a lot of it's going to come back to looking back at ourselves within relationships because Venus is the dispositor of the 7th house and with the 1st house and the sun. So it just reads like the identity of Aries through relationship omen here, 7th house, right? Ruler. Through that experience of woundedness in relationships, we are further woundedness in relationships. You see the mouse? We are further exploring and coming to terms with and identifying with our identity. This can look a lot of different ways. And I'm going to tell you a little storyline as to how this might play out, Aries. Way one, you have been harmed by other people in relationships, okay? And now it is time to get serious. You have been harmed, Chiron, by other people in relationships, Venus, the ruler of the 7th house. And now it's time to get serious. Venus sextile Saturn. You see how I just moved over here to Saturn? You see how there's that blue line connecting them, that dark blue line? That's Venus sextiling Saturn. It's time to get serious. Time to get serious, Saturn, the planet of seriousness, about how you're going to perceive yourself, sun, in relationship to relationships, sun, Venus, Chiron, and those specifically that have hurt you. Look at this astrology interpretation. Now, where's Mars in this party of this V sextile? You see that blue, dark blue triangle here? You see how that's playing out? Mars is touching Saturn. Saturn is touching Venus. Venus is touching Mars and Saturn. Okay. This is an auspicious omen, Aries. This is a good omen because Mars and Venus are not square. They're sextile again. So, and the two malefics, Saturn and Mars, are again trine. So a healthy healing conversation can happen through expressing ourselves and being honest about our passions and being aware of our vulnerability. I want to encourage everybody this week, everybody, I don't even care what sign you are, but especially you as Aries above everybody else, because look, it's happening in your sign. Be aware, sun and moon for that matter, of your vulnerability. Full moon is an awareness point. You're aware of it because it's more apparent in the skies, you understand? So be aware of your vulnerabilities, Chiron, and understand, Aries, that through communicating, you can solve everything because the North Node is with Mars and Mars is in the 3rd house. Now, what I'm going to warn y'all about as an Aries, and I hope you understand and hear this message and you listen to this whole interpretation so you don't go doing some silly, spontaneous Aries stuff and click off here before the message is fully received and sunken in. Do not say harsh, fighting words out of impulse that you will regret later because it could cause you some serious loss. I'm reading this chart because Mercury's in the 12th house, and that's the house of loss, one of the houses of loss, and it's square Mars in the 3rd conjunct Rahu. And Mars is impulsive as it is. You know that as an Aries. You sometimes embody that. But with the North Node, it's like karmic, fated stuff. So if you get aggressive and crazy and go off on your Aries thing now, it can cause you some actual loss down the road, because Mercury is in that 12th house and they're squaring. So it's like the propensity to go all crazy in your communications and speak harshly. Mars square Mercury is a harsh communication. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, you're likely to cause yourself some loss. Now, at the flip side, sometimes you need to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? You need to say what you need to say. And if you know that that's fine and that's the way that's going to play out, and that it's time to tell somebody how to go, where to get there, how to get there, you know what I'm saying? You can do that very successfully under this lunation, definitely. At the end of the day, though, that auspicious energy is definitely present and it's on offer, however this incarnates and manifests, because Venus is getting that support. The sun itself is getting that support from Saturn, the god of fate, the god of karma, and Mars, the god of action and willpower. So there's definitely support to be had. I hope you use it, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this forecast and it brought you value. And you better hit that like button to say thank you in return. You know what I'm saying? If you want, or you don't have to, Aries. You can be like that. Damn. And with that said, if you're trying to learn astrology once and for all, you know where to click. The link down below. Schedule a call with me today. And with that said, thank you to everybody who supports this channel. Much love to you. Through next time. Until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.